right, welcome back. What a great discussion we've had here about civil rights with attorney Brendan Shiller. Brendan, you plan on going to The Hague sometime soon and just looking at, global human rights? I mean, there's so many human rights issues going on around the world today that to apply these kind of grand global issues and try to glean some kind of understanding that can help us here locally is part of your pursuit, I would think.
I would love to. That wasn't my plan, but now that you've mentioned it, I'll do it.
Take me with you.
Yeah, well, no problem. Really, this was, like I said, this was eye-opening. Obviously, every culture is different, every law is different, things get applied differently. There's good and bad everywhere. They wanted to learn as much from us as we wanted to learn from them. And there's definitely great exchanges, and I think there was some great local defense attorneys we met in Bordeaux, France, that we want to continue a relationship with, and they want to come here and learn more from us. And I think all those conversations, all that communication could just help. I tell you what, I learned a lot about Paris and London that had nothing to do with the law, just in terms of their vibrancy, their density, their diversity, that I think Chicago policymakers can take a lesson from.
And we've talked before, and you've talked about prosecutorial discretion in terms of being one of the issues that we deal with locally. And I wonder if, it would be possible to take, like, the prosecutor's office and prosecutors with you on the next trip to kind of look at this and be like, let's have a discussion or a debate about these issues firsthand, and how we can do things better.
I think it would be great if we could get that. I think there's too much adversarial perspective on both sides, and I think when prosecutors do things like take it personally, which I think we've seen, take it personally when somebody who was wrongfully convicted gets released, and then tries to go after, for instance, people who recanted their testimony on perjury charges just because they recanted and started telling the truth now, when they never do that with police officers who change their testimony all the time. I think that perspective needs to be dissipated, that if we all have the perspective we're really looking for truth and justice, and we take that perspective into the courtroom, then we can have so much of a better system. And I would love to collaborate with prosecutors.
Well, hopefully we can make that happen, Brendan. Thank you so much for coming on the show today. Remember, be polite is the main thing, right?
Be polite.
If you're confronted by law enforcement, be polite, know your rights, have a little pocket constitution in your pocket so you can read that, just, a little easy reading while you're waiting in the station for those 10 hours. We'll see you next week right here on 26 North Halsted.